Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. First down, Brissett, and he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the quarterback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, second down. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Brissett. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Ooh, the juke. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 50. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's make these babies cry. Alpha. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey!
Mike's 50.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen finds his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 10 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing. Brissett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Check, check. Fresno.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Allen to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. 33 yards, and the Giants have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. A first down throw for Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So that one a hold to right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He digs them part way out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. On the draw, this is Barkley. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man, Slayton. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. On 1st down, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Allen. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen again. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Go, go.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our kick into their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Brissett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC division.
This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And it's the Arizona Cardinals who are not done yet as they were able to eliminate the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. Fights through at the 5. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all 3 will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
Hard, hard. Hey, just be driven,
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
The outlaw. Hey, orbit.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Check.
Allen now on 1st down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ready?
To the air, Allen. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. On 1st down, Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Look at me. Door. And...
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Allen. Flushed out right. He can run. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been two ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one fielded at the 5. They juked him. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Brissett to throw on first. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Running with Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 37. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Brissett now. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
50, clear.
Again, it's Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 21-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 43.
There. Now go.
Check. Watch the ship. Hey.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing first.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Saints will have the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
First down, Brissett. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Brissett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They go play action with Brissett. Going up top. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, That's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett, catch made by Fulgham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brissett again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Brissett sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They begin with a run by Barkley. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
You go tight. You go coaching spell.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.